Hi, welcome to If You Live It. I'm Mason Wooldridge. This is another Friday conversation. The last 3 Fridays we talked about surrender, then forgiveness, then gratitude. Today we are talking about service. These 4 spiritual principles are practical and applicable no matter your religion, no matter your race, no matter your creed, no matter nothing. You could take these 4 principles singularly or collectively all the way to the God Bank, baby. Any of them practice around the clock, specifically all of them practice together in the program of If You Live It, or any other 12-step group, or any other program that delivers a definable pathway to enlightenment to you will incorporate these 4 pieces. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, or, like we said, one at a time, all the time, no matter what, delivers you into a reality where life will never be the same again. So this is a long-form conversation, a video about service as a pathway to God. Peace, love, I'm out of here. Hi, I'm Mason Wooldridge. This is If You Live It. We are going to have a conversation today about service. This is part 4 of what originally was a 3-part series on the tenets of If You Live It, surrender, forgiveness, and gratitude. And this is going to be like part 3B or part 4 or just a standalone episode completely about service. At If You Live It, everything we do is about teaching you practical and applicable spiritual tools. Whether you use this program, whether you're religious or have no religion, whether you love God or you can give 2 craps, or if you're just looking for some happiness or some joy in your life, or you're looking for a pathway to walk down leading towards enlightenment, this doesn't change. If You Live It is here, will be here, will continue to be here in an online format, in in-person formats, in meetings that we've already started, all built around these 4 principles. The 3 we've talked about in the previous 3 Fridays, surrender, forgiveness, and gratitude, now into service. These are the 4 principles that If You Live It is built on, that the 12 steps that's at the core of If You Live It is built on. All of these principles are applicable to you to help you find joy, to help you find peace, satisfaction, hope, enjoyment, willingness, love, unconditional love, neutrality, courage. They're all rooted in these things: surrender, forgiveness, gratitude, service. From a physical standpoint, from a brain standpoint, surrender, forgiveness, and gratitude, as well as service, all have beautiful things they do to our brain and the chemistry of our nervous system. They uplift us. They put us into states where serotonin is present more than the drive of dopamine is present. They allow us to have elevated mood levels. They bring into our life more love than fear present. These are universal principles, whether you're religious or not religious, like we said, whether you consider yourself spiritual or you're not spiritual, whether you worship the dead or you worship life. These 4 things, surrender, forgiveness, gratitude, and now service, are something you can take to the bank. You can apply them to your life around the clock, and you will only have positive byproducts from them. Right now, this is how I am of service to you, making this video, talking about service, continuing to build out this catalog of If You Live It so it has a place online as a library for you, creating If You Live It, having the book come through me and writing If You Live It, doing our online and in-person meetings that have started this past week. We had our first online meeting. This week we have our first in-person meeting where there are 12-step meetings. You can find more information on that. I put a quick little video up on YouTube that kind of goes through what a meeting looks like. So if you have any desire to learn more, you can go right to that. You can see it. It's innocuous. It's easy. It creates a context where we can have a community together to talk about these things, to talk about our life, to talk about letting go of our attachment to the ego, letting go of our belief systems around fear. My calling in this life dictates that I do this. Currently, at this moment, there is nothing inside of me that chooses, that wants to do this. I'm coming off of a flu. I've been without sleep for a while now. My son is recovering. My wife is recovering. There's nothing in me whatsoever from a physical standpoint of having to deal with this body still, and having to deal with this brain, and having to deal with the mind that now picks up the collective constantly, which is exhausting at this point in time, that's propelling me into wanting to do this. And that's one of the first tenets you have to understand about service. Being of service to God means being of service to mankind, being of service to your spouse, being of service to yourself, being of service to your children, to your employer, to your family, to your friends, to your community, to your city, to your state, to your country. And that looks different for all of us. You can be of service to your church, to your synagogue. You can be of service to your house of worship. You can be of service to your 12-step group. You can be of service to the grocery store attendants by just pushing the grocery cart back into the grocery cart bins when people leave them by their cars. You can be of service to your community by picking up trash. You can be of service to the people in your community by giving of your talents to those in places that allow you to do that, in girls and boys clubs, in tutoring opportunities, in you name it. You can be as creative with service as your imagination allows you to be. One of the keys to service is not doing it so you can promote how you're of service. It's not going and doing something so you can post it on social media about what you've done. It's not giving away money so that you can tell others what you gave away. It's not about going to the food bank so you can tell people, I go to the food bank. It's not about going to the soup kitchen so you can tell people you do this, so you can take your picture, so you can put it on your social media account. If you are doing things that are of service so you can just tell people you're doing things of service, you miss out on some of the greatest blessings that come from being of service to those around you. And that's the gift that at the root of service, you can surrender over anything you're doing as service to God, as service to Krishna, as service to Jesus, as service to the living Buddha, as service to whatever higher power or power greater than yourself that you have in your life. In that, it fills you up with gratitude. It fills you up with appreciation. It allows you to get outside of yourself and help another person, another place, another thing, and put their needs above your own. If you see someone who's checking you out in the grocery store, ask if they like coffee. And if they do, give them $5 extra to go get themselves a coffee. If you have an opportunity right now to help a government entity that's being cut and the people that have lost their job by buying them groceries, buy them groceries. If you don't have any money to give in whatsoever, give of your time. Give of your time, give of your money, give of your house, give of whatever commodity you have. Give your stinking shirt away if you have to. If you are stuck in a place where you're filled with fear, where you're depressed, where you're anxious about the world, go help the world be a better place by finding someone you can help have more love and an easier time in their own life. The fastest way out of selfishness is service. The fastest way out of poor me is service. The fastest way out of victimhood is service. The fastest way out of looking around in depression is going and serving people, helping people. If everybody took 5 minutes a day to help someone or something that isn't themselves without asking for anything in return, our entire world would change in a snap. Just 5 minutes a day. The vast majority of mankind is riddled with selfishness. Calibrates it in a scale of what we talk about with David Hawkins scale, in a world that is not integrous, in a world where we're out to get, in a world where we're out to take, in a world where we're out to get mine. Service is about putting mine aside for a minute and saying, how can I help yours? You can serve God by serving your spouse, doing the dishes, taking out the trash, buying flowers, paying bills on time, saving money instead of spending money, taking your family on a vacation, putting money towards that house, putting money towards cleaning up that lawn, taking some self-inventory and see that you're not always right. There are a billion trillion ways that we can be of service at any point in time. When we are called to do something in our life, not even spiritually speaking, when we are in our particular profession, we can be of service to our company by showing up on time, by being a few minutes early, by doing more than we're asked to do. The quickest way for you to make $1 million is to help someone else make $1 billion. If you can help someone else make $1 million, you are on a fast track to yourself making $1 million. If you can help someone else that has a project that's worthwhile, that helps the world reach more people, you can magnify, you can amplify that service, and you can blow that thing out of the water. Really, being of service means you're putting something else above how you feel about what you think your wants are. If you know there is a homelessness problem in your community, you can be of service by making food once a week, something like cookies, something like sandwiches, lemonade, Gatorade, water bottles, something, and you can start passing these out. You can start saying hello. You can start asking people how their days are going when they look like they haven't taken a shower in 3 or 4 weeks. There are so many ways to serve mankind. And for anybody watching this to say that I don't know what to do or how to help, start with your family, start with your friends, ask your friends, go through your call list, send a mass text out that says, does anybody need anything? Does anybody know of an elderly person that's home that needs their grass cut, that needs their windows washed, that needs a meal, that needs a friend, that needs a hello? There are so many nonprofits. There are so many food banks. There are so many soup kitchens. There are so many places that package food. Go clean someone's house for them. Go paint someone's fence for them. Pick up trash on the side of the road. Choose just not to throw your trash on the side of the road. Choose to give people the benefit of the doubt. Forgive people. That's being of service. Letting go of your grudges and your judgments and your attachments and your fears and your worries. That's being of service. Be of service to yourself if you can't find anybody else by not beating yourself up today, by letting yourself off the hook, by forgiving yourself for doing or not doing something that you would either choose to do or not do again or never do again or wish you were never a part of. There are so many ways to serve. Just like surrender, how we do it around the clock. No matter what's coming in, we're letting go of our attachment to it, our belief systems around it, our aversions to it. Just like we forgive everyone for everything, no matter what. Not meaning we have to put ourselves back in the position where we put ourselves in harm's way, but where we forgive and we honestly move on. Where we come from a place of gratitude. Practice gratitude. Have gratitude lists. At the end of the day, close your eyes and think of all the things that you're grateful for and then go to sleep. Even if you're faking it, going to sleep with that being the last thing on the mind. Service is the same thing. It is a turbocharged spiritual principle, universal truth. You can take service all the way to God. You can practice nothing but service around the clock, serving your community, your friends, your family, yourself, anybody you come in contact with, and that will take you all the way to the doorway of enlightenment. If you put other people's needs in front of your own around the clock, you will know God. You will know peace. You will know more happiness and joy in your life than you ever thought possible. One of the beautiful things about a spiritual principle is you could just practice that principle around the clock, unending, unyielding, and it will take you all the way to the direct realization of God. You'll see God in everyone and everything if you practice surrender around the clock, if you practice forgiveness around the clock, if you practice gratitude, if you practice acts of service. Any of these things in and of themselves will take you all the way to the direct experience of God as the self, with a capital S, self-realization, enlightenment, Buddhahood, Christhood. It will take you all the way there to a world where you are filled with unconditional love emanating in and out of you, from you in all directions, where you are called to be a miracle worker, not because of what you are, but because what you are is now out of the way so much that it allows all of this energy to come through you in a healing capacity for the world around you. Service is the same way. For some of us, we're so lucky that we've been called to a life where we get to serve God by serving you, whether we're a first responder, whether we've gone into the military, whether we're an educator, whether we're a nurse, whether we're a doctor, whether we're a fireman or a police officer, whether we work for EMA or we work for EMS or we work for a 911 call center, or we are an elected official who has honestly gone into this profession to serve people, to provide them with things they need and ways to make their life better. If you come from a place where your life is allowed to be one of service around the clock, don't miss that as a gift from God, giving you the opportunity to give the best of yourself to the world around you. If you are at a place where you are working to make this world a better place, thank you. Keep working on making this world a better place. If you're a clergyman, if you're coming from leading a particular religion or religious sect, don't take that lightly. Don't look at this world and continue to think, how can I get more from it? Keep giving what you are to the world around you. Allow your sermons, allow your messages, allow your life to be an examination of a daily service to mankind, a daily reflection on surrender, forgiveness, and gratitude. If you have an honest, earnest desire to reach enlightenment, to know what that is, to experience God presenting God's eternal nature to you, choose service around the clock. You don't need to know anything about Buddhism. You don't need to know anything about Hinduism. You don't need to know anything about Christianity. You don't need to know anything about the Dharma. You don't need to know anything about the way. You don't need to know anything about any religious precept or religious figure or any religious practice at all whatsoever. Zip, zilch, nada, and never have to use the word God for you to practice surrender, forgiveness, gratitude, and service is what this video is. You don't ever have to hear about anything having to do with a higher truth regarding religion or a spiritual practice at all, whatsoever, for you to have nothing but joy and happiness present in your life except service. Whatever you do can be of service. Every moment of the day can be of service. Service recontextualizes every moment of every day if you so choose for it to be present. Krishna does say, Jesus does say, in words attributed to both, do this in service to me, and there I will be. The golden rule, do unto others as you have them do unto you, and any other verbiage or mechanism of language of how that would be said is based in service. Jesus' entire message was based in service. The entire dialogue of the Bhagavad Gita is a service of God in the form of Krishna, the avatar, providing insight into what it means to basically serve God in everything we do in the communications with Arjuna in the great battlefield of Kurukshetra. This entire channel, this entire program, this entire book, everything in my life is about being of service today. Now, it doesn't mean along the way you're not going to have hardships. There's not going to be pain. There's not going to be aversions. There's not going to be attachments. There's not going to be belief systems. There's not going to be walls you come up against. There's not going to be exhaustion. That's not what it means. No matter how close you grow to God, no matter how much truth is present in your life, no matter where you are on the scale of consciousness, no matter how much love emanates from you, you still have to deal with this body, you still have to deal with this place, you still have to deal with, even if you transcend the personal, you still have to deal with the collective. You are still with this body, you still have a body, you still have a brain, you still have to eat food, you still have poisons in the environment. You still have politicians who don't make decisions based in love and out of service, but out of taking and not giving. You're still surrounded by an entire world that chooses not service. We think that this world, and when I say we, I say many people in this world believes it's about scarcity. If you get something, I can't have it. If there's more over there, there's less over here. In order for me to feel like I have control over everything, I have to feel like I have to take, I have to hoard, I have to protect, I have to guard against. This is antithetical to service. Service is saying, because you need it and I have it, let me help you with it. Service is saying, I don't have it, but what I do have is time and ability and brain power or whatever to give to another group. So I can be outside of myself and no longer worry about not having a particular thing because I just spent the last hour tutoring this young boy whose family didn't have enough money for math tutoring. I can put on writing workshops. I can put on basketball workshops. I can go down the sidewalk and say, who needs a hug? I can walk down the sidewalk of the town that I'm in and I can pick up trash. There is an endless amount of ways to get outside of yourself. If you're feeling poor me, if you're feeling pitiful, if you're feeling like you're a victim, if you're feeling like life is out to get you, if you're feeling full of fear, if you're feeling filled with anxiety and worry, it's because you are staying stuck in the self with a small s. You are being selfish around the clock because it's all about you. Poor me, poor me, poor me. Enough with the poor me. Do you want to stay stuck in that? In the victimhood? Are you looking for a way out of it? Out of the pain? Out of the misery? Out of the heartache? Go help someone else. Who gives a crap how you feel? I mean, honestly, you don't care how I feel. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how I feel. Feelings and thoughts and emotions are nothing but nonsense, to be quite honest. So what if you think you deserve something? Are you happy? Would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? If you'd rather be happy than right, then serve your spouse or another by not arguing with them, because who cares if they're right or you're right? You'd rather be happy. Do you want to get out of that depression? Do you want to walk past the anxiety? Do you want to let go of the fears? Start with service. Working the 12 steps is being of service to yourself and the world around you. Forgiving your spouse, your neighbor, your in-laws is being of service to the world around you. Serving your community in your church on Sundays, actually going and helping with things, is getting outside of yourself. If you have extra money to give, give it. If you have extra time to give, give it. And if you don't have time, money, or any talents, which I find it hard to believe that anybody on this earth doesn't have one of the three that they can share with the world, then just share who you are and the time you have with those you love. That's being of service, not wanting anything in return. Put your phone down. Stop looking at the Instagram. Stop looking at the political nonsense. Stop looking at the left going after the right and the right going after the left and the down going after the up. Be of service by forgiving your friends, your family, your coworkers. Find gratitude in the fact that because you can forgive, you will be forgiven too. All of it is service. It's all a mindset, though. It's all a decision. It's all a choice. It's all a momentum. It's all a direction. Don't be angry because someone does something that causes you to be angry. Meaning, don't hold on to that anger. See that anger as something that's pushing you towards a truth you need to see that maybe you haven't yet seen, and let go of that anger. And that's being of service. Letting people off the hook is being of service. Paying your bills on time is being of service. It's of service to yourself, so you don't hide in the procrastination and the fear that you would build around not paying those things off. If you need help, ask for help. That's being of service to yourself. That's loving yourself. At the root of service is love. That's why it can get you out of yourself so fast. If you need something, ask for it. If you absolutely need something for life, it will be provided to you. Sometimes you just have to ask God for the help that's needed. For some basic things like waking up and being able to make it through another day, showing you opportunities where you can be of service, showing you opportunities where others are of service to you to show you that you are not alone. Service is a beautiful, applicable spiritual principle that once you start practicing it, you continue to practice it. You build spiritual muscles around service, and then you just see ways where you can be of service all the time. And before you know it, happiness is what's present. Joy is present in your life. You're no longer so self-consumed with whatever you have going on. For those who are stuck in fear and worry and shame and guilt and remorse and envy and pride and greed and lust and cravingness and wantingness and getting and taking, you're not being of service. You're not. And you wonder why you're not happy. Chase after God through service. Chase after truth through service. Acts of service. Surrender over everything you're doing around the clock as service to thee, as service to the universe, as service to a power greater than yourself, as service to God, as service to Jesus, as service to Krishna, as service to whatever. And watch how your life changes forever. Build the muscle of service, and you will be amazed at how your life changes. Many blessings. I'm Mason, and this is how I'm of service. Because right now, there's no desire to do this. I barely have enough energy after being sick for the last 10 days to even do this. There's nothing where I want to do this today. There's no motivation to doing it. There's no inspiration where I'm coming to you and going, yes. However, once it's done, I know I have walked through that malaise. Before this, I prayed and I asked God to just help with everything. Help this body, help this mouth, help this being make this video, where these words are not my own, where it can go start to finish, be done, ready, and available. And that's where we are. And that's where we found ourselves. So today, I'm being of service to you. I serve God daily by serving man. And this is one of those ways, despite how I feel. So now I have to go be of service to my family by working on some other work that actually pays bills. So many blessings, peace, love, Keep grinding. Keep applying it. Keep building these muscles, these spiritual muscles. And again, you don't have to have a God. God doesn't care if you even believe in God. God doesn't need you to do anything. But if you're looking for a way to find more peace, more hope, more love, more joy, more contentment, just a moment of rest and relaxation, start with being of service. And again, like I said, you don't have to do anything else the rest of your life but practice service around the clock, and you will come face to face with God before you leave this place. And you will know that I'm not lying to you. Yeah.